Alright, welcome back everyone. We are right on into the second game. We're going to have Dawn Riders versus Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero is going to be on the blue side, and Dawn Riders is going to be on the purple side. Now, coming out, looks like everybody's got pretty standard, pretty quick buys. A heavy fill in towards the bottom side for Absolute Zero. They might be trying to do some sort of an evade, but looks like they're going to be met with Draven and Thresh.
Yep.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, they're all grouping up here in the river. Of course, the wards know they're all there, so they're just going to laugh at that ward. Because they don't even care.
Alright, come on, get a little bit of spam here. Got a little dance party going on.
Yeah, they practiced that one for weeks. I'm sure it was discussed if it was the right strategy or not. But they decided, yep, they should go Thresh, Draven, Morgana in the dance order.
Taking it a little bit more seriously over here, though.
Yeah.
It's always good to have a little bit of fun, you know? Makes it not so crazy. And just a reminder, the way we're streaming the games today, we're bringing you a little bit of everybody's action, not just one team in particular. So we will be rotating different teams. Keep that in mind. It can maybe get a little bit confusing as we're switching between the games, but this is a round-robin group stage, and we wanted to make sure that everybody had a little bit of screen time. So we're going to be rotating through all of the round-robin games just to make sure everybody gets a little share. So again, up at the top, that'll be your key for the evening or for the afternoon, so you kind of know what's going on. Again, it's Absolute Zero on the blue versus the Dawn Riders on purple. And right now we're seeing Tryndamere with those auto crits, a little bit behind, but we all know that's when Tryndamere is his worst. And he just popped Ghost up in the top lane. He hits his ignite. We'll see if he gets a crit. If he can land a crit, it'll work, but he just didn't get lucky.
Yep. Yeah, but a hook coming in bot lane, though. Some early aggression.
The Dazzle actually goes on to Thresh, which was interesting. Maybe would have been a little bit more effective on the Draven. Twitch, you can't trade that well, you know?
Yeah, early game. Well, by early game, I mean like first couple levels, Twitch is not too strong. But once he comes back with
and he gets the stun on the wall and the crits. If he can get one crit, the heal, just a little bit much off of a potion, but Wukong gonna be able to dash under, get the hit, and he might get greedy here. We'll see what he goes for.
Does not have flash available though, already used it.
I heard a hook land in the ball lane.
Looks like it was no big deal. Taric disengage.
Yeah, I think Wukong actually flashed up around the corner to get that execute last little bit. He was fighting Evelynn in the river as they were walking up. And if I know, the Cryer job actually gets hit by the binding and standing in the pool. Takes a lot of damage. And this is the problem with Morgana, is not only can she push so well, she's got all of that lifesteal from her passive, or spell vamp from her passive, so she'll sustain up all those Qs that LeBlanc's throwing out consistently.
For sure.
But it looks like bot lane sustained up a little bit. You know, thankfully Taric has a pretty decent heal. He can keep everybody going. The hook does land, but smart not to follow it in under turret. Seen too many times. Thresh rides the Thresh Express all the way under the turret, gets stunned up, and then you know, it only happens in your promo games.
Yeah, definitely. And all you have to do is look at the screen and say Thresh, please.
Thresh blocks. And we see LeBlanc going to be going down here. A good job to Peace Treaty actually putting the pressure on mid lane. Making it rather difficult, and I'm certainly fix this up for you real quick. There we go. Alright, now everybody's all matched up and lined up like that. So we're good to go. Morgana pulling ahead in CS a little bit. Not too bad. Meanwhile, we're just waiting on the Trendemir. He did start with a Dorn's Weight. I thought he would have gone for the cheese, the Brawler Glove.
Yeah. It is a
But
Trendemir
in the
remains,
meantime, he's
so
fighting
we have to
Poppy, and
trust.
Poppy's actually doing pretty decently against him. The one constriction, obviously, is that once that mana bar goes away, he's gonna start to be in favor. But he's positioning himself in a bad spot because he can just get stunned up against the wall.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
probably doesn't play against Poppy much. I'm sure he'll catch on pretty quickly.
at least he's got room for the disrespect.
Yep.
Gotta be pulling a little disrespect. He's even in CS though, so as weak as Trendemir can be early, we'll see Evelyn actually coming in for a gank. She isn't seen, but Primal actually did a really good job of reading that gank. You know, he spun away far in advance to Evelyn even walking into lane.
Yeah, he could have saw it. Felt.
So
some
he
bad
did a really good
vibes.
job of reading Poppy's movements and positioning. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Morgana's just hanging out in the bush. Not being seen always causes pressure.
Yep. Pink wards are expected to come out, probably for both teams since there is a Twitch. And even Wukong.
It's interesting. Thresh went with the ancient coin. I haven't seen very many ancient coins as of late.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they don't want to trust targets, or maybe they're not very good at getting that last hit, especially with Thresh. It's kind of easy though, because you can get the bonus damage from Flay.
I don't know. I like Targons on a support because then it gives me an excuse to steal CS.
Yeah.
I can just say, oh, sorry, I thought I had a stack. Oh, my fault. I don't know why I flay and boxed the whole lane. Thought I had a stack there.
Yeah. Scumbag Chad. Steal all the siege minions. Oops. Thought I had targets.
Oh, I always go for the siege minion mins. It's specific. Now, Draven's stacking up his adoration. He's only about 16 right now, 17. Nothing too special. Let's check out top lane. Still, Poppy's actually pulling ahead quite a bit. She is level 6. Trendemir is somewhat falling behind, but Trendemir never really falls behind because he can just split push to win.
Oh yeah.
And right now it looks like he's almost just farming and not even reacting to the Poppy, who's just sitting there pelting him against the wall.
Yeah, again, he stands next to that wall and doesn't move.
It's interesting that he's been positioning himself in that particular spot consistently because he's been stunned 3 or 4 times, and it's not only extra damage. A flash stun. Oh, a little bit of action going on both top and bottom lane. Trendemir popped his ult. If he gets one more auto attack, it's not going to be the deal. Poppy walks out of that one. Meanwhile, bot lane, Tarek flashed forward to get a stun to try and make a gank happen, but it just wasn't there. It's just not very much stun potential when you have that dazzle, you know? It's not very long.
Yeah. It's very short.
But a good outplay top lane. We had Trendemir diving in with Ghost and ultimate. Poppy didn't even use her ultimate. She just kind of pushed off and ran away. A little bit of running away. Does some
Exhaust
decent
bot lane.
work.
Exhausted Thresh.
Yeah, the exhaust through that spray and play really reduced the damage from that by quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a
So
good
far,
exhaust.
the bot lane for Dawn Riders doing really well. And I mean, I'll remind you that Absolute Zero pulled ahead in the first game and was able to take out the lead in about 30 minutes. But this game, Dawn Riders is the ones, they're up about 2K right in the beginning of the game.
Looks like people definitely want to see that Trendemir Poppy matchup though.
Yeah, if you want to see this Trendemir Poppy, I'm gonna try and keep on it. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a fight in the jungle here. Wukong using his ultimate. Evelyn does have hers. She can use it to disengage. She just flashes over the wall. Oh, she lands the stun. He's gonna have to flash away. He does get the slow.
Yeah, luckily the Trendemir comes in. He should get away from this. Trendemir actually in a
But there's
kind of a bad
Morgana
spot.
lurking. Oh,
Oh.
the... Unfortunately for Poppy, and I will look this up because I don't know the name of it. Heroic charge.
Not very heroic.
It wasn't very heroic. It was more the saving grace. Trendemir there. Surely he would have gone down if he got stunned into that wall.
2 levels ahead though here on Poppy, but Trendemir doesn't care.
Yeah, Trendemir has no cares, and We see LeBlanc going in a little bit for a little bit of damage on Peach Treaty, but they're not too worried. And the thing that's nice about Poppy is that she isn't really affected by Tryndamere W, which is what makes him so effective at trading, because they reduce the attack damage. But Tryndamere, Poppy can do just all magic, mostly magic damage.
Yeah, but looks like she is going for that Bork, or I'm not sure if she's going to go for Frozen Fist or Lich Bane. Could be an AP Poppy or a hybrid Poppy, but
I would expect to see a Blade of the Rune King and a Trinity Force. I think the Trinity Force right now is what you would want to finish first. Another Spray and Pray coming across. Just not very much damage. I mean, when he rushed the boots first, so he's going to be behind as far as damage is concerned.
yeah, but Draven hasn't backed yet, I don't think. He is now, though.
Oh, and a good ultimate, but there's no Wukong ultimate to follow it up, so he's just going to fall down. And that's a little bit of an issue. I mean, it was a good counter gank. It was a really good counter gank. They went all in. Evelyn was standing right around the corner, so you wouldn't have even seen it. They pull it right back around. And unfortunately, if Wukong would have waited another second or so, he would have had his ultimate, and that fight would have been a lot different.
Yeah. Yeah, Wukong. It's a tough gig when you know you definitely don't have your ult, but
Well, it's just he's very squishy. He's as squishy as Evelyn would be, and if you can't make use of your decoy to avoid a lot of damage, then in an AoE setting where you're walking on top of a Morgana with her Tormented Soil and an Evelyn spamming out Hate Spikes and her Agony's Embrace, you're still going to get hit by 90% of the damage. And again, no early dragon pressure during this game. We didn't see any last game.
yeah, maybe Dragon's just not an objective for some of these teams. Draven's at 28 stacks now.
You guys need to channel. You need to channel your Indy Monte Cristo, and get the early dragon and the rotations going. But the standard lanes are good. I think it's more common to see standard lanes like this. People feel a bit safer. It would be very interesting to see what a game would be like without the standard lanes, like when they switch it up and try and bring in a different kind of rotation. Meanwhile, bot lane, we got a gank from Wukong. He's sneaking in. He's gonna get Lantern away. He's gonna pop his ultimate and go for it, but there's still not any follow-up that's gonna be had. And unfortunately, meanwhile, we got Morgana coming in from the back, so unless they get this kill on Draven right now, this is gonna be a bad situation. She misses it. Here comes the ultimate. She does get the chains. Twitch goes down, and in the top lane, the Ignite is ticking on Primal. He pulls a little heal. He's going to walk himself away, but he's not doing too hot in this lane. Poppy is actually faring very well against Tryndamere, which is not something I knew. I did not know that. A nice little dodge from Wukong to step out of the binding before it hits him.
Yeah, it looks like they're showing each other everyone's bot, so we'll see if maybe if they try to do anything with this. Morgana's hanging around. They might be trying to hard push. Definitely now that I see Evelyn coming in, they're going to go for this bot tower. And nobody's here to defend it.
Yep, I think that's a wise choice.
Ooh.
A good flash away. Make sure you don't get hooked up.
Yep.
I don't think he really needed to be there at that point.
Yeah, he should
I
just
think
walked away.
he should just backed off. But this is going to transition nicely into a dragon, and this is very much uncontestable. And Dawn Riders actually making a really nice showing.
Yep.
I know it can be a little bit discouraging sometimes when you lose your first game of the day in the first series and stuff like that, but they have snapped back perfectly fine, and they're making a good showing this game.
Yep, definitely.
The one thing we got to keep an eye on is the Tryndamere, though. If there ever will be a dark horse, it will be the Tryndamere split push.
Yep. Tryndamere's definitely one of those champions where you don't have to get ahead early. I mean, it 100% helps if you do get ahead early, but at the end of the day, it's still Tryndamere. And his right arm's pretty big.
And look at that damage.
Ooh.
We see the juke.
What a juke, man. I don't know if that's exactly what he wanted, but
he jukes it, but I don't know what that juke was necessarily worth. He uses the Mimic on the chains for the 1 CS.
that's probably a good thing he juked it though, because Morgana's ult is coming up pretty.
Well, it's up now. I don't know if I would have juked back into it if her ultimate was up. That would have been a dead LeBlanc. We see Wukong coming in for the gank. He pops the ultimate. There is a slowdown. He's going to try and do a little bit of damage here. We'll see if they can finish him off. Focusing Tryndamere, that's not going to get you very much.
Yep.
And Twitch is walking right past Evelyn. Oh no! The chains go down. Evelyn's going to fall down. Krayar gets hit by the binding. He's going to fall down too.
Tarek's coming in from behind.
Tarek now
Not a surprise.
from the flank. Just doing a fabulous walk on by.
Oh,
Takes a
he gets hit by the
binding. He stuns Evelyn right before the black shield comes on. I told you, man.
Oh, he's going ham.
The Dazzle is immune to the black shield. Did I not tell you earlier?
Yep.
I knew it. And a flash away from Evelyn. That's going to save her for this round. Tryndamere just putting heavy pressure onto the top lane, which is what he does best.
Yep, lose lane, win the game.
Of course, there's no better way. Rowhammer would be proud. The bot lane's still kind of pushing up a little bit. And take note, we actually do have, we talked about this a little earlier in the preview, but we haven't really elaborated on it much, but Draven actually went went Infinity Edge first.
Yep.
What she's going to be doing is, well, what you see going on to Tarek right now.
Yep.
He cashes in, did he just cash in 500 stacks? 500 worth? Because he had 800 gold on that.
Yeah, I think he was right around 50 stacks when that came in.
So yeah, Draven just cashed in huge on that kill right there. Cashed in all of his adoration. He hasn't died yet.
Yeah, he's sitting on 2,000 gold almost right now.
Yeah,
and
so
he has an IE already.
He got about 8,000 gold for that one kill. Not too
8,000?
bad.
Yeah, that's gonna give him a full build. 800.
800. Well, I mean, when you're Draven, you pretty much snowball harder than any other AD carry.
Yep, that'll get him a straight up Zeal and boots.
Zeal and some boots and berserker boots. Yeah, nice. So now he's got a little bit of attack speed mixed with his W.
Going for the old school IE rush followed by PD.
This is the new school, man.
I guess it's the new school. now.
Welcome to the future. This is what it is. Wukong having to force to go a bit tanky earlier. I mean, there's a lot of damage. Morgana already has her Roa finished.
Twitch looks like he's going for that Bloodthirster though. Still a great first item, but you kind of want attack speed. Like that Bork on Twitch is pretty good early.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think at this point you may as well go for the Bloodthirster though. I don't really see him assassinating anybody right now. The only person he could possibly assassinate is going to be Evelyn, and good luck finding an Evelyn, even stealthed. So I think it's a smart choice to gear more towards the team fight and just try and get a good amount of hits going down. We have a gank coming in top lane. All the damage goes on to, well, nowhere so far. He pops the Cutlass active. See if he can keep chasing him down. He's looking for the crits. There we go. Not doing too much damage because Poppy is just so tanky.
He should probably wait and not auto attack while her ult is on another champion, because that slows him down a little bit, and just focus on staying on top. But besides that, it's a good play.
Morgana just sitting in a bush.
This Morgana is huge right now, actually.
Yeah, she is. The support Morgana that I thought is having quite a bit of weight in the game so far. And they're just going to go ahead and push down. The Trinity Force was the first item bought, so Poppy did finish that up.
Definitely. And Roa almost finished up here.
Now, keep note, Tryndamere he's split pushing top lane.
Yeah, Poppy's going to have to stay up there. So even though Poppy does a lot of damage, she's going to be forced to contest that trend.
We got bottom turret around half health. Mid turret just went down, but top turret is he's probably going to finish this turret too.
Yep.
So, despite the fact that he wasn't doing so hot, he's actually doing very well. And here we have a straight up brawl.
Which Tryndamere
And
wins.
unfortunately, when you have your ultimate as Tryndamere, you got 5 seconds of GG free win.
Lose the duel.
And
win
he's
the duel.
he's gonna keep split pushing. He's got a good minion wave. He could easily take the Nexus turret, or the not Nexus turret, sorry, inhibitor turret. Because there's no reaction from Dawn Riders, and they need to go back right now to deal with this, because he's on the turret.
She does not have home guards or anything, but she does have her own personal speed buff. But I think this tower is going to get very low.
I think the tower's going to go down. He's going to spin away. Whoa, nice dodge. Can he finish the turret?
He's going to get it.
Is he going to get the turret? No, he's not going to get the turret. How much health did it have?
It has like 1 health.
It has 17 HP on the turret. Oh, that is so unfortunate. The turret just barely doesn't go down.
He better hurry up and get back up there.
Yeah, he needs to get back up there as soon as he can. He can definitely do it with his ultimate.
LeBlanc for the ninja.
LeBlanc
coming in for the ninja.
Well, Blanc's gonna make quick work of the turret here. She's seen a 1, a 2, and a done. And she's out of there. Thank you very much. Good job. And you know, it's a smart play. That inhibitor would have respawned quite a bit.
Or regen.
Purple does take dragon though. And I mean, you're still sitting in a 10,000 gold lead. But progression-wise, the split push is gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah, Tryndamere doesn't look like he's starting. He's going mid. He should probably go bottom. His team should probably just push mid.
I think he's going to try and sweep into the back of the base and try and take down that inhibitor.
But I think it's a little too risky at this point.
Inhibitors have a ton of health. I mean, they take a while.
He has a Bork in his heel, so he's not doing much base damage, but he should get a lot of crits.
He'll attack a lot on structures, which is what you have to do. If you want to push down structures, you gotta go for attack speed, not damage. Not until later. And I mean, they're pinging out the inhibitor, so it is a known objective of the team that they're going to try and do something to get to that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how they choose to go about it.
Yep.
Some good vision. Draven's split pushing bottom right now. And he did. He went for the Trinity Force, or the Infinity's Edge Phantom Dancer. Looks like he's probably going to follow up with a Last Whisper right now. And from anywhere after that, it's just good to go. Now, Tryndamere getting rotated on. And this is what you have to do to deal with the split pusher.
Yep, get him down and then go for a quick objective.
Now, one issue that they might have, a good juke on it, and he's just going to try and turn it around. I don't think he knows that Morgana's there. Well, now he does. But they pushed mid-turret in the time that he took that. So, on one hand, you know, you're making quite a few plays by just drawing 3 people top lane.
Well, they almost traded. They were able to save their inhibitor because that's what his goal was. So they chose to lose mid tower to save their inhibitor pretty much at the end of the day.
That works. And we're going to see if we have a push up mid. I know that they're definitely going to try and prevent this turret from going down at all costs. And then the one thing that ruins a split pusher is having one of your lanes fall in, because then that lane isn't at all available to you. And it just takes away from so much extra pressure on the map.
Yep, they're gonna.
The thresh chucks have actually been pretty decent today.
Yep.
I've seen a couple good ones.
Even the misses are they're on target in a way, just barely missed.
Tryndamere gets hit. That's a lot of damage. Morgana already has her Zonia's finished.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage coming out.
I'm surprised they just don't go for the hopeful bindings followed by a hook rather than the hopeful hooks followed by a binding.
That's very true. You know, and Tryndamere, he is unseen. He is definitely going. No, he's gonna go for the red buff, but he's definitely gonna try and get that inhibitor.
No, he's gonna go for the inhibitor straight up. But they know.
Yep, they saw him.
He passed over wards in the blue jungle.
And now he's gonna try and back on top of ward. Nope, he's just gonna rotate back up.
He's like, I'm just gonna farm.
That's all it takes to stop the siege mid. And I mean, if that's all that it takes, it's gonna be difficult for them until Poppy can solo Tryndamere 1v1.
But those are great wards by Dawn Rider. Even though they weren't able to get that mid tower, they're still able to know that Tryndamere was going up there. And wow, the damage
now,
of Morgana.
I'm Not a Noob is going to get taken down by the Morgana. Oh, he walks away with 2 health. Meanwhile, top lane, there's a big fight. Tryndamere is going to get kited out of this one. Switch walked away with like 5 health.
Yep. And they were able to secure that kill top lane.
Yep, it was a close fight. But that's not exactly what you want against a Tryndamere who you pin down early. Nope. You don't want a too close 2v1 fight.
Oh, it looks like he's going for that static shiv.
Wukong caught out by a pink ward. He was actually standing right on top of it. And here comes the ultimate. Oh, just barely dodged away from it. We'll see. Draven's trying to cut him off. Oh, the flash Q.
Yeah, and
taking it
that
home.
Was a crit as well, too. That was a lot of damage.
The chains were not enough.
Nope. I was hoping to see him flash the chain, but...
I have a question from Mike V1869. Yes, Mindini is in the tournament. She's playing on Team Global Talk. Meanwhile, top lane, coming back to the game, we have Poppy and Trendamere duking it out with a little bit of extra jungle help. It's ghost for ghost. Let's see who wins. Oh, the binding just barely doesn't hit. And he's going to pick him up with the spinning slash. That was jungle support, actually. Sorry. Jungle support help, but Trendamere coming out full health after that engage. He didn't use his ultimate, so that's still available. And Evelyn's not going to be able to stop him, so she needs to be careful. And meanwhile, oh, we have, unfortunately, the chain missed. That would have easily been the kill.
Twitch.
This will be the kill, maybe.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's close. That's close.
That is a scary Draven right
That
now.
is very close. Primal attack just sitting there waiting. He saw Evelyn,
Yeah, for a second that minion.
but it's too. It's a little bit too late now. He's got the gank squad on him. Hook just barely misses. He's gonna
Morgana's already behind.
jump onto Morgana, slow her down, and at this point now he's gonna get exhausted and kited and hooked, and he goes down. Okay, there we go.
He used his Bork while he was binded there. Maybe he should have waited for it.
Yeah, I think you could have waited a little bit on that one. They're gonna move over towards the dragon,
Yeah,
pick up a little bit extra
They're
gold.
gonna get this pink ward. They walked over another one, and so did Morgana.
They all missed the pink ward here.
Not a bad pink ward.
It's a good pink ward. I'm gonna choose. All right, we'll see the next
Maybe
one.
Draven will see it. Nope.
Nope.
Wait, maybe.
Hold on. Oh no.
Nope.
Come on, guys, it's right there. Poppy, you're the only hope. No, Poppy's not gonna get it. Good place to put a pink ward.
Yep. Unfortunately, they might know that it's there now if they're ghosting. Hopefully they're not ghosting, because I know that's not part of the rules, but...
Alright, well, Dragon just spawned. Evelyn's looking for a little bit of a flank. They would have seen that ward come down, so they know she's over there.
Yep.
Look, just barely misses over here.
Kind of a little stare off here. They're gonna start.
They're actually they're a little bit low for this fight. There's two members, Thresh and Morgana are...
Well, they have
little
Poppy
low.
tanking it, which is good because she'll be able to, you know.
Evelyn needs to be taking. Alright, they're gonna get the dragon. Trendamere coming over the back here. Oh, a good ultimate comes through. Trendamere is gonna have to get out of there. Morgana actually got killed before she could put down her ultimate.
Yeah, that's huge.
Everyone's exhausted now. They just have to back out. Cut your losses. Now let's see what they can capitalize out of this. I'd say
I'd
rush
go for
Baron. I'd go for a Baron right
Baron
now.
or the inhibitor. Like the inhibitor will open up Baron late for later.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna go for bot lane. It's an easy choice right there when the minions are right there. But I think they could have gotten more possibly out of this.
They might get mid. They should be able to easily get mid turret too. The minion wave's right there. Twitch.
Now
I
he
don't know
does
what
have
Twitch
his
is
he
doing.
does have his ultimate, so he's probably gonna wait. I would imagine he will wait and try and fight him. We'll see if Draven decides to step up.
This is actually, I don't know. I think Draven wins this fight.
He doesn't win that fight with the ultimate. All right, he's waiting. There he goes. He actually used his dash out.
Jeez.
Oh, there we go. Now he's just gonna cut it out. Oh, that's pretty close.
See, yeah.
All right. Sorry, we had to watch the fight, the real fight.
If he had any summoners up though. But I
Of
guess
course. Yeah.
Trendamere
Did-
cheated. He used the summoner spell.
Yep, he did. He did cheat a little bit, but that's all right. It's not against the rules. And meanwhile, while that was happening, because they didn't have an AD carry, they were able to take down mid turret as well in the game, which was a 10k gold deficit, is actually swinging back in favor towards absolute zero. I mean, they're bringing the game back.
Yeah, they definitely are. They lost those really good advantages, but...
Ooh,
they
a
must
good
have been.
ultimate from Wukong actually sped him up just a little bit. He was able to dodge that binding. Poppy uses the blade on the clone, so that's going to be a no dice as well. Moving out. They're going to try and get this top turret, but they don't have the minions for it. They're sitting way back in the middle of top lane. But everything looks to be going according to schedule. Teams are kind of moving mid. Here comes the general ARAM that we always see. Bindings are just falling just a tad short. But they're going to try and siege up now. They got to be careful. Wukong's in the top lane. They could easily force this turret down because they cannot defend it. They know Tryndamere in the bottom. LeBlanc jumps in, trying to get some help. Has to flash away. They're into a full engage now. Twitch is going to go down. They have killed Taric. Taric's down. Wukong kind of sitting around in the back. He's just going to try and take out the minions. He does decide to go in, gets pushed out immediately, flashes up underneath the group.
He's in a good spot right now.
He is in a good spot. The turret goes down. Now Tryndamere, he does have a wave in the bot lane. So he is going to be switching up, and now we're going to see what they choose to do. Is he not going to go for the inhibitor? I think that's a huge mistake.
Well, they're going to lose the game if he doesn't go
Are they
back.
going to be able to? They're going straight for the game. I don't know if they're going to be able to tank these turrets up, though. They got one turret.
Yeah,
I
but
think
Evelyn did come back up, though, so
I think he
could have got one hit.
He could have gone
And
for
the bot
inhib.
inhib is the best inhib when you want to try to get Baron. But actually, look at this.
All right, he gets one kill.
Needs to be
Let's see if
careful.
he can make anything else out of this. Poppy doesn't really have the mana for this.
Yeah,
We
but
could maybe get another spinning slash here in a couple seconds. There we go, a
Ooh.
double kill. And Poppy uses the blade to kind of dash away.
She's
and with
fast.
her, yeah, Poppy will be able to get out of there in time. I feel you need to get an inhibitor off of this. You need to move quick and get an inhibitor, or you need to go do Baron. But they need to make something out of these 2 kills.
yeah, Baron definitely I think would be the best option since Evelyn just showed
I don't see
bot.
pings on it, but everybody's moving in that direction. So I think that we're going to maybe see a Baron here.
Yeah, they're all moving. They're pinging, making sure they get them rewarded.
They know that this is happening, but they're not really in a position where they can fight this. Morgana's not going to be up in another 6 seconds, and Draven's still down.
Yeah.
And look at the speed. Baron is just dropping so fast. There's no way that Evelyn's going to be there even for a possible smite. So they pick up the Baron, so Absolute Zero picks up the Baron, and that's going to take off a lot of pressure from the siege,
Yep.
at least. It'll bring them back a little bit.
And it brings the gold back a little bit more. They're still way behind, but they're actually...
They're
like,
way behind, but I mean, everyone's still over 10,000 gold almost, except for the supports. So, I mean, your 20,000 is when you're full build. So everyone's around 10k. You
AZ
still
is sitting
have
on
a
a
good
lot of-
amount of items.
AZ is sitting on a lot of gold right now, too. They need to go back and buy.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's only 7k gold difference, so it has dwindled a little bit. We do see a Mikhail's coming in, as well as the Talisman of the Ascension for Thresh, so they're going to try and really capitalize on those picks the best they can. But with the new Baroned up Absolute Zero, they're going to look to try and fight off, maybe go for Tryndamere, continuing the split push. They didn't do too bad considering it was a 3v5 initial fight originally. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I thought the game was about to surrender and I was so confused. Just my mouse got locked in the corner there. I hope I juked everybody out on the stream. Oh my gosh. But continuing through. There's just a little bit of a troll. You know, looking at some of the comments, Devil Dog, yeah, it does seem like the Dawn Riders are a little bit in disarray. It's definitely hard to play with the split push. All right, I just watched myself troll everybody on the stream. It was pretty funny. Continuing through though, we got another another push coming up mid, and Wukong is actually in the bottom lane. Now it's a lot harder to do this when you don't have any teleport. It's a lot harder to deal with everything. But they're gonna go for the dragon. Morgana misclicks the binding, or misclicks her Zonias, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite her in the next team fight.
Yeah, it could
You
come
might
back.
want to just wait out that cooldown. I mean, at 34 minutes into the game, that's an important cooldown to have.
Blue team's inhibitors respawning soon.
And looks like we're going to be just taking up some of the buffs here as well. Pretty average stuff. Not anything too big. I would like to see a little bit better warding, though. Make sure you kind of watch some of those lanes. There's some good warding on the side of Absolute Zero, but everyone's playing a little bit cautious now, as this is the game 2. If Absolute Zero were to come back and take this win, it would give them a nice 3-point. I believe it would be our first 3-point or 2-point sweep, I believe. I'm not sure. I have to check some of the other games. I know a couple of them are finishing up as we speak. We'll go ahead and get you those updates once we're done after the break. But keeping our eyes focused on the game at hand. A 10-kill lead, and the gold lead's dwindled a little bit. It's definitely dwindling by the minute. I know Draven's getting to the point where he's almost full build. I think he should sell the Doran's Blade and pick up some wards. The Doran's Blade isn't really doing that much for him right now. I mean, a little bit of lifesteal. It's a little more effective than what it used to be, but 7 attack damage is not really doing anything for you. You'd be better to sell that and just
How much gold does he have?
and buy some wards, you know?
Well, that or start
Or a
defensive
component.
item.
600 gold, so he doesn't have that much.
I think you could get a Negatron clip.
You could pick up, start working a Banshee's Veil. That'll definitely take out some of the effect from the Morgana, or the LeBlanc, rather. But Tryndamere, he's onto the top turret. Or he's onto the top inhibitor. Meanwhile, bot lane, we have LeBlanc going on, and they're actually going to go on to the Poppy, but Poppy just puts his ult on to Taric, and he's going to be able to walk away from this one. Jacob trying desperately to run away. He's not going to be able to get away from the Poppy.
Nope, and now Twitch is caught out.
And now
Good
Twitch
flash.
is caught out. A good flash over the wall at a nice spot. But they're not going to be able to do anything with this one yet. And Tryndamere had to back out. He just pressured 2v1 top lane.
He's
A
gonna
really
go-
good defense for Dawn Riders. Which is ironic considering they're so far ahead. To think that they're playing so on the defensive right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thanks for noting, Devil. They finally found the pink. They finally found that pink ward over on the wolf side. We see Twitch taking up the red buff, and they are pushing mid. They have gathered all mid. Poppy isn't there, but they're going to be able to take down this inhibitor yet again.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
And now with that inhibitor down, they might move towards something else. So we have Baron spawning in about 1:30. Both teams are going to take a little breather. I'll take this second to go ahead and let you know about some of the other games that have happened so far. Derek, go ahead. What are we looking at right now, man?
Well, Team Global Taunt came back in, and they actually won the second game versus Grand Theft Auto. As well as Maelstrom versus Void Reavers. They also came back to tie their series up.
Yeah, this was the Noxus bracket. We actually haven't seen anybody from the Noxus bracket. This is going to be our Noxian bracket is the second set of streamed matches we're going to be playing. So you're going to be seeing the Void Reavers and I believe Void Reavers and Twilight Assassins and Maelstrom. We're all playing.
Yeah, the next game will be
And
Maelstrom
Fallen
versus
Angels as
Fallen
well.
Angels. Followed by game 2 of Void Reavers and Twilight Assassins, and that'll be coming up here shortly.
But yeah, so far it's been a 1-to-1 all across the board, which is probably the best thing that we could have possibly hoped for. You know, setting up all the teams and everything. I'm really glad we haven't seen any extreme blowouts yet. But coming back to the game, we have some bush tactics, and this is spot out. This is spotted out here. We do see a little bit of a ward, and they got to have some sweepers. They only have one sweeper right now. So when you're trying to set up picks like this, Evelyn's gonna walk right into the group. They go into Draven, but Draven doesn't get bursted down. That black shield almost completely fills up his health bar.
Yep, and this is a very important team fight. Like, whoever wins the next team fight will possibly win the game.
Yeah, I mean, at this late into the game, Baron spawning, that's going to be a huge objective. You got to remember the inhibitor is down, so super minions are going to be pushing the mid lane.
And they have exposed inhibitors, so
And they
whoever
have
wins
two
the next
exposed inhibitors, yeah.
whoever wins this next team fight is gonna definitely take the game.
Now, also take note that because of the earlier push, there's only one Nexus turret, which means that push down mid is going to be much more effective. Dawn Riders has started the Baron.
Yeah, and Tryndamere is bottom lane right now, way far away.
They've started the back. They're going to try and finish the Baron. Tryndamere is going hard for the inhibitor, though.
He
He gets one inhibitor. He's got the bottom inhibitor. Now he's going to try and go for the top, but he turns not to. LeBlanc starts the fight. She doesn't quite get it. She's going to get caught out here.
Yeah, if a binding lands here, which is coming up.
Twitch
Oh,
gets hit. A flash from Morgana. Twitch is going to go down. Well, this could spell disaster for Absolute Zero as they're going to push straight up the mid lane. Trundamere doesn't have his minions yet. He's going to go for the other inhibitor, but at this point, he's not going to be able to outrace the other 4 members rushing down mid.
Yep.
We actually have 2 going back, so it's going to be 3 members pushing up the mid to try and do this. Up lane top Trundamere, he's going to get tanked out. He's going to go for the inhibitor. He gets it, but that's a 60-second death timer.
Yep.
We see Tarek on the bot lane. Poppy's doing some absolute tear, the true tear Poppy, and this could be the game.
Yeah, this looks like this is going to be the game right here. Last ditch effort for Absolute
The
Zero.
Nexus is going down,
They're just focusing it right now.
and there it is. The Nexus goes down. Unfortunately, the split push did not work. GG to Dawn Riders, bringing up the 2nd performance. And that leaves us at a 1-to-1 split for all of our games. The last one we're checking on is the Twilight Assassins versus the Fallen Angels. But so far, it's been a really close showing.
Yep. And we'll go ahead and we'll be right back in just about 5 minutes to bring you the next game.